Good day once again. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Sir Nonong. And we will discuss once again the basic of accounting. Accounting A003. I advise you to watch also my videos, of course, Accounting A001 and A002. A001 is about the definition of accounting, and A002 the basic concept and principle of accounting. In A003, we will discuss here the accounting equation, the debits and credits or the double entry bookkeeping, the normal balance of account, and of course part of the accounting cycle, and reports. We will prepare now reports. So we will go back with the first definition of accounting. Okay. In A001, we define accounting as it is service activity. Its function is to provide quantitative information, primarily financial in nature, about economic entities that is intended to be useful for making economic decision. So accounting is about numbers. That numbers is primarily about money of a business. Now, the end product of accounting is financial report. So we have the financial statement because it tells us how business is performing. So makikita mo pala sa mga financial report kung ano ang performance ng isang negosyo. Kasi doon mo makikita kung kumikita siya or nalulugi siya. They are the final product of accounting cycle. So what is accounting cycle? Which we will, in part of the accounting cycle, we will discuss later. The accounting cycle refers to the series of sequential steps or procedures performed to accomplish the accounting process. So meron siya kasing 10 steps. Meron tayong 10 steps sa accounting cycle. Later on, later we will discuss it. Now, the question is, how do we arrive at the items and amounts that make up the financial statement? So, paano tayo makakarating dun sa, or paano natin nakukuha yung mga amounts na nandun sa financial statement? We have the most basic tool of accounting, which is the accounting equation. So, ito ang love life po ng accounting, asset, liabilities, plus capital. Asset and liabilities and your capital, this equation represents the resources controlled by the enterprise, by the business. So, dito mo makikita yung resources. That's why meron tayong asset. This equation also presents the obligation of the enterprise or the business, and of course the residual interest in the asset. So kung titignan mo kasi yung accounting equation, yung asset, there are two claims: the claims of the creditor and the claims of the owner. Now this accounting equation again is extended. Meron tayong plus revenues less expenses. So, these revenues will increase your capital and your expenses will decrease your capital. Now, this three is your balance sheet. Balance sheet or the statement of financial position. So, sa statement of financial position, itong tatlong accounts ang makikita mo. Ito naman, dalawa na to, income statement account or the statement of financial performance. Ang tawag mo rito ay nominal account. Bakit nominal accounts? Kasi at the end of accounting period, nako-close ang mga nominal accounts. So from the word nominal, kino-close ito at the end of accounting period. Bakit na naman meron accounting period? Because of the period. This is the concept that the life of an enterprise or a business is subdivided into time period. That is why class, itong dalawa kasi na to, nako-close by determining the profit. So, kino-close mo na ang previous expenses para ma-determine mo yung profit. At kung merong profit, nag-increase ang capital. At pag meron ng loss, nag-decrease yung capital. Now, the asset, liabilities, and capital are real accounts. Ano naman ang real accounts? They are carried from one accounting period to the next accounting period. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Yung ending balance mo kasi sa one accounting period will be your beginning balance for the next accounting period. Bigyan kita ng example ng asset, cash. Okay? Ngayon, kung example, meron kang 100 pesos na binigay ng nanay mo. Okay, ngayong araw na to, bigyan ka ng 100, nagpunta ka ng school. Okay? Kung nagastos mo, for example, yung 80 pesos, okay, pinamasahe mo yung 20, pinamerienda mo yung 50, may natirang 20 pesos. Yung 20 pesos, pag uwi mo, nasa bulsa mo. Pag natulog ka, the following day, yung ending balance ng cash mo will be your beginning the following day. So, ibig sabihin, ang asset nakikerry from one accounting period to the next accounting period. Now, for the following day, it will become your beginning. Meron ka ng 20 paggising mo. Pag binigyan ka ulit ng nanay mo ng 100, magiging 120 ang pera mo na pupunta sa school the following day. So, yun ang ibig sabihin ng real accounts. It is carried from one accounting period to the next accounting period. Itong revenue at expenses, ulitin ko, ay nominal. Nako-close siya. For example, magkano kinita mo ngayong araw? Okay? 100. Kasi binigyan ka ng nanay mo ng 100. Yun ang income mo kung income mo yun. Okay? Pag punta mo sa school, nagasto mo yung 80. Okay? Yung income mo ngayong araw ay 100. Yung expenses mo for today is 80. So, meron pa parang profit na 20. Okay? Yung 20, nako-close dun sa capital mo. So, pag punta mo sa school, meron ka 120. Kung the following day, binigyan ka ng nanay mo na naman ng 100 pesos. So, yun ang difference ng asset, liabilities, and capital, which are real accounts, and then revenues and expenses, na ito naman ay nominal accounts. Okay. Yung asset, nasa debit. Yung liabilities at sa capital, nasa credit. Okay. Actual CPA board examination question. This is about debit and credit. I will repeat. Answerable by true or false. Okay? This is about debit and credit. Actual CPA board examination question. Debit means increase, credit means decrease. True or false? So, we will answer that, okay, later. Now, if you try to look at asset is on the debit side of the equation, ibig sabihin, nasa debit ito, DR. At saka yung liabilities and capital, nandun naman sila sa credit. Ibig sabihin niyan, na kapag dinedebit mo yung asset, okay, nag-i-increase yung asset. Pag kine-credit mo naman yung liabilities at saka capital, nag-i-increase yung liabilities at saka capital. Because that is the normal balance of this account. So, yung asset, nasa debit, liabilities and capital, nasa credit. Okay, ano naman itong dalawa na ito? Plus revenues and expenses. Okay? Kung i-transfer mo, this is transposition in mathematics, yung expense sa other side of the equation, magiging asset plus expense is equal to liability plus capital plus revenue. So, to simplify this, meron daw tayong tinatawag na, okay, the account, meron daw tayong tinatawag na dealer. Okay? Ano tong dealer? Yung D, this is drawing. Okay? Yung E, expense. Yung A, ang set. Okay? Yung L, liability. Yung E, equity. Yung R, revenue. Ibig sabihin, okay, na yung drawing, expense and asset is on the left side of the equation. Ibig sabihin, dinedebit mo sila kung nag-i-increase sila. Yung liability naman, equity and revenue, nag-i-increase sila kung credit mo sila kasi ito ang normal balance nila. And the point now is, what is a normal balance? It is, okay, it refers to the side of the account, debit or credit, where increases are recorded. So, ibig sabihin, kung dinedebit mo itong tatlo, nag-increase. Kung credit mo naman itong tatlo, nandito, nag-increase. Paano sila mag-decrease? So, itong tatlo, i-credit mo para i-decrease mo sila. Itong tatlo naman, i-debit mo para mag-decrease sila. So, this is the principle of debit and credit. Bakit may debit and credit? Because meron tayong tinatawag na double entry bookkeeping, na kapag naapektuhan ang debit, maapektuhan din ang credit natin. Okay? We will now erase this and we will now apply. Okay? I-apply natin ito accounting equation sa problem para mas maintindihan mo. Okay? We have a problem. I prepared a problem here, a very basic problem para mas maintindihan mo ang accounting. I-apply natin yung T-account or yung journals, ledger, at saka preparation na ng reports. Yung preparation natin ng reports, of course, nandito yung requirement. Nagbigay tayo ng 7 lamang na i-journal entry natin. Ano na naman ang journals? What is a journal entry? Of course, journalization is the, you will record the transaction in chronological order. Sabi niya noon. Saan mo i-record yung transaction? I-record mo yung transaction sa journal. And then later on, ililipat mo siya sa ledger. That's why accounting is the art of recording, classifying, and then summarizing. Okay? I-apply natin yung definition ng accounting na pinag-aralan natin sa accounting A001. First is to journalize this entry. So, pag tinignan natin, it is the art of recording. I-record natin. Paano? By way of journal entry. And then, sabi dito, demonstrate the effect of the transaction in the accounting equation. So, gamitin din natin pala ang accounting equation dito. So, lagay natin dito. Accounting equation, asset is equal to liability. Extend natin ng konti. Kasi baka kulang mamaya. Is equal to liability plus capital, and then plus revenue less expenses. Okay. First, number 1. Invested 20,000 cash in the business. So, parang binigyan ka muna ng capital mo. Bibigyan ka ng capital mo sa business. I-demonstrate natin itong, transaction 1 dito sa accounting equation. Nag-invest ng 20,000 yung owner sa business. Number 1. So, yung pera na invest ng owner sa business, it will increase your capital. Which is, meron ka na ngayong cash. Ilagay natin dito, cash. Meron ka ng 20K. Okay? Yung in-invest mo na pera sa business, hindi na debit ng business. Bakit? Naka-receive ng pera yung business. Ano nangyari ngayon sa business? Nagkaroon siya ng cash. Yung cash ba? Asset ba? Yes. Therefore, kung nag-i-increase yung asset, dinadebit natin. So therefore, yung journal entry natin, ilagay natin dito. Journal entry. Entry number 1, debit, cash. Of course, debit mo ang cash. And then, ano mga apektuhan? Maapektuhan yung capital. ng negosyo. Assuming pag-aari ni A yan, A capital ang ilalagay. So therefore, meron siyang 20K na capital. Pag illustrate mo, sabi kasi, the accounting equation is always balanced. So, accounting equation is balanced, meron kang 20,000 na cash and meron kang 20,000 na capital. So, your journal entry, debit cash, 20K, and then credit, okay, A capital. Assuming the owner of the business is A. So, that is the journal entry. Now, isabay na natin na gawin yung T-account. Kung titignan mo, pagkatapos mo daw i-journal entry, itra-transfer mo yan sa ledger. Mag-prepare tayo ng T-account ng cash. So, meron ka ngayong cash, T-account. Cash. Ang nangyari sa cash, nagkaroon siya ng 20,000, dinebit niya. Therefore, i-debit mo din dito sa T-account. So, sinabi kasi na pag i-transfer mo, pag naka-debit, yung journal, yung nakalagay sa journals mo, na-transfer mo sa ledgers. Kung naka-debit sa journals, naka-debit din siya sa ledgers. And that is a tool again. Okay? You determine the balance of account using the T account. Okay? Another, meron tayong capital. Ilagay natin dito yung capital. Sa tabi niya. Katabi na lang sila. Capital. Naka 20,000 credit. Bakit credit? Kasi naka-credit din siya sa journals natin. Kaya naka-credit din siya sa T-account. So meron ka ng capital, meron ka ng cash. Pag tignan mo dito ngayon, the account equation is balanced. Okay, next. Let's proceed with number 2. Purchase service vehicle for 10,000. So bumili daw ng service vehicle. Nung bumili ka ng service vehicle, ano nangyari? Naka-receive ka ng service vehicle, pero nagbayad ka ng cash, nawalan ka naman ng cash. So therefore, ano mangyari sa cash mo? Sa cash mo, mababawasan ng 20K. So, pag meron kang open and close parenthesis sa accounting, it means you will deduct. Ngayon, ito na ngayon, meron ka na naman isang asset. At ano yung asset mo? Meron ka ng service vehicle. SB na lang, lalagyan natin. Transportation equipment. Depende sa chart of accounts. Okay? Ano mangyayari sa service vehicle mo? Mag-i-increase. Nawalan ka ng cash. Okay? Pero, nagkaroon ka naman ng service vehicle. Tawag dyan, exchange of asset. Bakit exchange of asset? Nagkaroon ka ng asset, nawalan ka ng asset, pinalit mo yung asset mo ng cash. So what happened now? Meron na naman bagong lumabas. Another T-account for service vehicle. Kung tingnan natin, meron tayong service vehicle. Lalagay natin dito, kano? 10K. Okay? And then, ang nangyari naman sa cash mo, nabawasan siya ng 10K. Pinos mo to, dito, ang journal entry natin, okay? Meron ka ngayong debit, service vehicle, and credit cash. 10K. So, pinagsasabay lang natin class, journal entries, okay, posting to the ledger, and then we apply it here, dito sa accounting equation natin or the accounting model. Next, number 3. Purchase supplies on account for 1,000. Bumili ka daw ng supplies. Okay? On account. Ibig sabihin, inutang mo. So, nagkaroon ka ng utang. Now, kung titignan mo class, bumili ka ng supplies. So, magkakaroon ka na naman ng isang asset. Supplies, another asset. Magkano yung supplies mo ngayon? 1,000. Okay, 1K. And then, nagkaroon ka naman ng utang. So kung nagkaroon ka ng utang, mag-i-increase ang utang mo. So therefore, magkaroon ka ng liability. 1K. Pag ibaba natin lahat dyan, total natin 10K dito. Because 20 less 10, meron kang 10. 10K plus 10K plus 1K, 21K. 21,000. 1K plus 20K is equal to 21,000. The accounting equation is balanced. Okay? In number 3, journal entry natin. Try natin journal entry. Okay. Bumili ka daw ng supplies, so therefore, nagkaroon ka ng supplies. Okay, yung supplies ay asset, nag-increase yung asset. Sa journal entry mo, i-debit mo yung asset. So, debit, supplies. Inutang mo. Nag-increase ang utang mo. Kasi inutang mo. Yung pambili mo ng supplies instead na cash, inutang mo. Mag-increase ang liability. Pag mag-increase yung liability, i-credit mo siya. That's why, nag-increase siya ng 1K. So therefore, meron ka ngayon, accounts payable. Debit supplies, 1K, and credit accounts payable, 1K. So sana nakaka-follow tayo. Next, number 4. Paid 1,500 cash for advertising. So, in-advertise mo siguro yung business mo kasi yung business mo rito ay service. Nag-perform ka ng services, mamaya sa number 6. Okay, so service yung business mo, in-advertise mo para makilala yung business mo. Nagbayad ka ngayon ng advertising. So, number 4, nagkaroon ka na ngayon ng expense because of the advertising. So, ang nangyari, nagkaroon ka ngayon ng expense. Negative 1,500. So, 1,500, 1.5K na lang. Nakakasya ka. Okay. And then, ano nangyari? Binayaran mo. Paid. Sabi niya, sa binayaran mo, mababawasan. Your cash will be decreased by 1,000. So, total, 1,500. 1,500. Okay? Ito na ngayon, magiging 8,500. 8.5K. Okay? And then, baba mo yung service vehicle, the same. Supplies, the same. This one, 1K. Okay? 20. And then negative 1.5K. Okay, tignan mo, pag titignan mo ito later on, balance pa rin yan. Okay, mamaya na natin total dito sa baba, tignan natin kasi itatranspose natin yung accounting equation mamaya dun, tignan natin kung babalance siya. Okay, next. Ang entry natin dyan for number 4, debit advertising expense. 5K and credit cash. Bakit? Debit advertising expense, ang normal balance ng expense ay debit. Kung i-transpose mo ito, transposition, sabi natin kanina, nag-i-increase ang expense pag dinedebit mo siya. Nagkaroon ka ng expense kasi nag-advertise ka. Kaya dinedebit mo yung advertising expense. Kine-create mo yung cash kasi nawalan ka ng cash. Nagbayad ka ng cash. Okay? Magbabayad ka kasi ng advertising, kaya nawalan ka ng cash, kaya binawasan mo ng 1.5, naging 8.5 yung cash natin. Okay, next, partial payment of 300 for purchase in number 3. So, nagbayad ka raw ng pinurchase mo nung 3. Kasi may utang ka na 1,000, pero binayaran mo partial. So, nagbayad ka ng 300. Partial payment of 300 for purchase of supplies. Number 3, binayaran mo daw yung dating inutang mo. Pag may utang ka, of course, dapat mong bayaran. Pero pwede bang installment? Yes. So, therefore, nagbayad ka ng 300. Anong mangyayari sa cash mo? Mababawasan na naman ng 300.3K. Then, as deduction. And then, what happened to your accounts payable? Okay, mag-deduct ka rin dito ng 0.3K. Bakit pagbabawas ka? Nagbayad ka ng utang mo. Pag magbabayad ka ng utang mo, mag-i-increase ba or mag-i-decrease? Mag-i-decrease, of course. Kasi binayaran mo utang mo, mag-i-decrease ang utang mo. Ano ba pa mag-i-decrease sa'yo? Of course, yung cash. Kasi pagbabayad ka na, di ba? So, mababawasan ang pera mo. Tingnan natin kung babalance na mamaya ito. I-total natin 8,200, 10K, 1K, okay, 700, okay, 20, and then negative 1.5, okay, 15K. Anong journal entry natin dyan? For number 5, the journal entry is debit accounts payable. Bakit the debit accounts payable? The normal balance of a liability is credit. Credit, di ba? Nandito siya. So, ibig sabihin, pag kinikredit mo ang liability, nag-increase. Pag nagbayad ka ng utang mo, magdi-decrease ang utang mo. So, pag magdi-decrease ang liability, i-debit mo rin siya. Bayad ka ng 300. Debit accounts payable and credit cash. Bakit i-credit mo ang cash? Because the normal balance of cash is debit. Kung nagbayad ka, babawasan ang cash mo. To decrease your cash, you will credit cash. Okay? Next, number 6. So, i-pause muna natin pala. Punta tayo dun sa T account. Next, we'll go back to number 3. Tignan natin yung number 3. Meron tayong supplies. Okay? Dinebit ng 1K. And then, meron tayong accounts payable. Naka-credit siya ng 1K. Next, number 4, na natin, advertising. $1,500. And then, nabawasan yung cash ng $1,500. Okay, naka-credit din siya doon yung cash kasi binabawasan mo siya. And then next, meron tayong accounts payable. Number 6, binawasan mo na siya. Naka-debit din dito. Yung cash mo, naka-credit, kikredit din natin dito. Okay? So sana, can you follow? Next, number 6. Bill customer 5,000 for services performed. So, as discussed in A001, there are 3 forms of business. Number 1 is the service concern. You sell services, okay, to earn profit. We have trading concern or merchandising concern. You buy raw materials or you buy and sell rather. Okay, next topic natin dito, yung trading concern. Nasa service tayo. Okay, and then yung last is yung manufacturing concern. You buy raw materials and then you convert it to finished product. Siguro, susunod natin later on yun. Yun lang kasi diniscuss yun sa cost accounting, yung manufacturing concern. Okay? Next, i-post natin yung 300. Na-i-post na ba? Yes. Naka-post na siya rito. And then cash, 300. Next, number 6. Bill customers 5,000 for services performed. Yan, binil mo na yung customer. Ibig bang sabihin, pag binibill mo ba yung customer, nakakakolekta ka na? Hindi pa. For example, nakareceive ka ng bill ng Kagelco, kuryente, binilan ka, binala sa'yo yung bill. Ibig bang sabihin, binayaran mo? Hindi. In-inform ka ng Kagelco na meron ka ng utang. Okay? Parang ganun. Pero dahil ikaw yung nagbibil, ikaw ang merong receivable. So therefore, binil mo yung customer, hindi ibig sabihin na kinolekta mo. Okay? Binil mo siya to inform na meron siyang utang. So therefore, meron ka ng pautang kasi ikaw ang nag-bill. Billed customer. Yung customer mo ang binilan mo. So therefore, meron kang accounts receivable. What happened now? Another account here. Lagyan natin dito ng isang account. AR. So nagkaroon ka na naman ng AR na magkano? 5,000. Yan lang ng 5K. Okay. Para mas malinis yung board. Para pwede mong ulit palagi. Okay? Meron ka ng AR. And then, dahil binili mo yung customer, nagkaroon ka na ng revenue. So therefore, nandito na yung revenue 5K. Total mo to, tingnan natin kung ito total natin. Okay? 8,200. 10,000. And then, 1,000. Then, 5,000. This is 700. This is 20K. 5,000. And then, 1,500. Kung tinignan natin later on ito, balance yung accounting equation. So your journal entry, debit, AR, and credit service revenue. Lagyan natin ng R, revenue. Amounting to 5,000. Meron na naman tayong bounty account dito. Lagyan natin dito. Okay. Meron tayong SR, service revenue. Naka-credit siya, kaya credit din natin dito. Then, meron tayong bagong account, yung accounts receivable asset. So, yung AR natin, naka-debit dun, ay debit din natin dito. Asset ang AR because it is a receivable. Next, receive 2,000 as payment for bill number 6. So, nung pala, binayaran ng customer yung 2,000. So, nakakolekta ka na. Ano bang mangyayari ngayon sa pautang mo? Sa receivable mo? Mag-decrease. So, therefore, kung titignan mo yung AR mo, ito na daw, nakakolekta ka ng 2,000. So, it will decrease by 2,000. And, of course, dahil nakakolekta ka, ano mangyayari ngayon? Naka-receive ka ng cash. So, mag-i-increase ng 2K yung cash mo. So, mag-i-increase ang asset mo. Nakakolekta ka. Ano nakolekta mo? Yung pautang mo. So, ano mangyayari sa pautang mo? Mag-decrease ng 2K, pero yung cash mo, mag-i-increase ng 2K. That is an exchange of asset again. Tignan natin kung babalance. Okay? Meron tayong 10,200. Kompletuhin na natin. Doon naman sa service vehicle, meron siyang 10,000. Ito naman, may 1,000. This is 3,000. This is 720,000. This is 5,000 and 1,500. Okay, tingnan natin kung balance ang accounting equation mamaya. Okay, number 7. Yung journal entry natin number 7, dinedebit ang cash. Bakit dinedebit ang cash? Naka-receive ka kasi ng cash. At saka, meron kang AR na credit kasi nabawasan na yung pangutang natin. So, ito ang journal entry ng 7 transactions na to. Okay? Popos natin. Ano nangyari sa cash mo? It will increase by 2,000. And then your AR will decrease by 2,000. Total na natin. Pwede natin kunin ito. Okay? Pag titignan mo, ito ngayon, ang total ngayon nito ay 10,200. Ito, sorry yan. Nagulong natin. Okay? Pesos. Of course, pesos yan. Naka-debit. Bakit naka-debit yung cash? Dito mo tinotal. Because the normal balance of cash is debit. And then next, meron tayong capital. Yung capital, si A capital daw, lagyan ng A dun. Si A capital, hindi pa rin nagbabago. Meron siyang 20,000. Okay? And then next, yung service vehicle natin, meron siyang 10,000. Naka-debit, of course, service vehicle. Kalapit lang kasi sila. Naka-debit yan. Okay? Next, yung supplies natin. Kung hindi mo naman dito, yung service vehicle, 10,000. Parehas lang yung nandun. Okay, next is yung supplies. Yung supplies naman, naka-debit. Bakit naka-debit? Asset yan. Ng 1,000. Kung titignan mo, nandito naman yung 1,000. Ito yung supplies. Okay, tapos na tayo dito sa cash. Tapos na tayo sa capital. Okay, tapos na tayo sa supplies. Tapos na rin tayo sa service vehicle. Okay? Double rule. Now, your accounts payable, meron siyang naka-credit na 1,000 and naka-debit yung 300. So, yung total niya, of course, mas malaki yung nasa credit because the normal balance of accounts payable is credit. Dito mo siya ilalagay. Credit. Okay? Kung tignan mo, balance siya nito. Tapos na rin niya. Okay? Next, advertising expense. Total mo, 1,500. Yung 1,500 advertising expense. Next, service revenue. Isa lang naman transaction, service revenue. And then next, meron tayong AR. Magkano yung AR? AR is an asset. 5,000 less 2,000, meron pang 3,000 asset. Naka-debit, bakit? Asset yan, AR. Kaya yung AR mo, nandito rin siya. Yan natin, double rule mo yan. Okay? Kung balance siya. Try natin balansehin. Okay? Asset plus expense is equal to liability plus capital plus revenue. Tignan natin kung babalanse siya. Your total capital, 20. Then your total revenue, 5,000. Your total liability, 700. Your expense, 1,500. Asset mo. Okay? Yung asset natin, hanggang AR. 10,200 plus 10,000 plus 1,000 plus 3,000. 24,200. Paki-check if it is 24,200. 24,200 plus 1,500 is equal to 25,700. 20,000 plus 5,000 plus 700. Balance 25,700. Okay? So, in-apply natin yung accounting equation. Meron siyang journal entry. And then, meron din siyang posting. Okay? Ito, it's a tool again to determine the balances of account. Parang ledger mo na rin yan. Ito na yung mag-appeal sa ledger. Okay? Sana naintindihan natin to. Next is, ita-transfer na natin ito dun sa trial balance. Tignan natin kung babalanse siya. Okay. Yung trial balance again is a tool to verify the equality of total debits and total credits. Hindi ibig sabihin na pag tama ang trial balance mo, tama na lahat ng ginawa mo. It is just a tool to verify the equality of debits and credit. Bakit? Eh kung may mali sa journal entry mo, di mali din ang trial balance mo, pero babalanse pa rin. Because meron kang debit at saka credit. It is just a tool. Bitin ko, trial balance is just a tool to verify the equality of debits and credits. Okay, let's prepare now the trial balance. Okay? Assuming ang pangalan ng company ay A Enterprise. Okay. Lagay natin dito, trial balance. Trial balance mo, total cash, lagay mo ngayon dito, naka-debit yung total cash mo, amounting to 10,200. And then, yung AR, next is your AR. Your accounts receivable is equal to 3,000. And then next, your inventory. Meron ka kasi supplies. Okay? Magkano? 1,000. And then next, meron din tayong service vehicle. Meron tayong service vehicle na magkano? Okay, 10,000. And then, meron tayong may isa pang debit. Yung meron tayong natawag na advertising expense. 1,500. Then next, meron tayong accounts payable. Accounts payable. Kano accounts payable natin? 700. And then, meron tayong capital. A capital. How much? 20,000. And meron tayong service revenue. Revenue. Kano? 5,000. Kung titignan mo class, total mo lahat to. Ang total nito, 10,200 plus 3,000, 13,200, 14,000, 200, 24 plus 10,000, 24,200 plus 1,500. Meron tayong balance. Okay? Na 25,700 sa debit at saka sa credit, 25,700. Ang tawag mo rito ay trial balance. It is just a tool to verify the equality of total debits and total credits. Hindi ibig sabihin na kapag nabalanse mo ang trial balance, correct na lahat ng ginawa mo sa journal entry at saka sa posting. Okay, bakit? Paano kung nagkamali ka sa journal entry? may debit and credit ka naman, kaya focus mo dito. Tama pa rin, babalanse pa rin. So it is just a tool to verify the equality of debits and total credits. So ang total nito, 25,700. At siya rin ito. Okay? Kung in-apply natin accounting equation, bumalanse rin siya dito. So anong next na gagawin natin? Sa accounting cycle. Sa accounting cycle, ulitin ko, accounting cycle refers to a series of sequential steps or procedures performed to complete the accounting process. So, ang first na ginawa mo is, na-identify mo. Identifying of events to be recorded. So, anong gagawin mo dun? Pag ina-identify mo yung transaction, your aim is to gather information about the transaction or events generated through the source document. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Okay? Yung i-record mo kasi na transaction ay manggagaling sa source document. Ano yung mga source document? Vouchers, sales invoice, mga ganun. So, i-identify mo kung yung transaction ay kailangan i-record. Pagkatapos mo i-identify at it is recognizable or accountable in events, then you will record the transaction to the journals. Kaya nag-prepare tayo ng journal entry. This is again kung saan mo unang record yung transaction. Okay, ang tawag dyan ay journals. It is called the book of original entry. I will repeat. Journals is called the book of original entry. Pagkatapos mong i-record, anong aim mo kung bakit i-record mo yung transaction? To record the economic impact, okay, of the transaction on the firm's journal. So, ang tawag mo nito ngayon, journals. Okay, journal entry. Okay? Number 3, journal entries are posted to the ledger. So, ito ngayon, i-transfer natin dito. Tawag mo dyan ay the account. Pwede na rin yan, sabihin natin, tool to determine the balances of account, ledger. Anong aim mo? To transfer the information from the journals to the ledger for classification. Di ba classify natin? That's why the definition of accounting before, okay? It is the art of recording, summarizing, okay? Classifying rather, recording, classifying, and summarizing. Ito na summarizing, mag-prepare na tayo mamaya ng financial reports. Okay? Ulitin ko, the definition of accounting, it is the art of recording, classifying, summarizing. Okay? Sa-summarize tayo, mag-prepare na tayo ng report. Okay? Dito kasi na trial balance, diyan natin ma-determine. Okay? Kung mag-prepare na tayo ng report. So, burahin ko na to. As you can see, the accounting equation is always balance. Okay? Burahin natin. Anong pwede natin i-prepare dito sa trial balance? Pwede natin i-prepare ang income statement. So, ano ba yung income statement? Dito makikita kung kumikita yung business. Income statement or statement of financial performance. So, i-prepare natin. A, enterprise. Statement of financial performance. Pagpasensyahan mo na, hindi maganda yung sulat natin. Okay, meron tayong makikita sa financial performance, sabi natin kanina, revenue and expenses. Diba? Revenue and expenses. So, meron tayong revenue, meron din tayong expenses. Yung difference ng dalawa, it's either profit or loss. So, meron tayong revenue. Tignan natin, magkano ba yung service revenue natin? Service revenue, 5,000. Yung nandun kanina, 5,000. And then, meron din tayong expenses, that is the advertising expense. Ano? 1,500. Babawas mo tong expenses dun sa revenue. So, you will get 3,500. Ang tawag mo dito ay net income or profit. Kasi, profit, kasi mas mataas yung kinita mo kaysa sa gasto. Tawag mo dyan ay profit. Okay, next. Pwede mo na rin isang prepare ang isang report dito. Anong report na yun? Statement of changes in equity. Okay? A, enterprise. Statement. Changes in equity. Ano yung state of changes in equity? Ano ba yung nag-change or magkano ba yung nagbago sa capital? Parang gano'n. Ano yung nagbago nito? Yung mga epekto dito sa capital na to. Ano ba yung makaka-apekto sa capital? So kung meron kang revenue, sabi natin kanina, it will increase your capital. Your expenses, it will increase your capital. But, determine natin yung profit. Kung meron profit, magbabago ang capital. So meron tayong capital beginning. Okay? Magkano nandun ang capital natin na beginning? Meron tayong, magkano kanina? 20,000. Mag-change yan kapag merong profit or loss. Ano pa? Pag merong withdrawal. Di ba? Kanina, pinesend ko sa'yo, meron tayong drawing, naka-debit. So, kung merong profit, dahil merong profit, lagyan natin dito yung net income or profit. 3,500. Meron ka ngayong capital ending. Capital end na 23,500. So, natapos na natin. Okay? Yung income statement, statement of financial performance, statement of changes in equity, i-prepare naman natin ang statement of financial position. A, enterprise. Statement of financial position. Ano na naman ang makikita mo sa statement of financial position? Is a real accounts. Asset, liabilities, and capital. Tignan natin. Yung asset. Okay? Yung asset na nandyan is meron tayong cash. Magkano yung cash? 10,000 to 100. Meron tayong accounts receivable. Magkano? 3,000. Meron tayong supplies. Magkano nandun? 1,000. Meron din tayong advertising expense or service vehicle. Service vehicle, rather, 10,000. Advertising expense, part ba ng statement of financial position? No. Bakit? Advertising expense siya. Nandito na siya sa financial, okay, performance. Dito mo siya makikita. Therefore, your total asset now is 10,200 plus 3,000 plus 1,000 plus 10,000. Total asset, okay, is equal to, ano yung total asset natin? 25,000. Okay? 10 to 24,200. Tama ba? 24,200. 1,000 plus 3,000. Okay? Tama. 24,200. Okay? Meron din tayong liabilities and equity or capital. Capital na lang. Pwede naman equity. Diba? Pinag-add natin yung liabilities at saka capital because of the accounting equation. So your accounts payable, liability. Kaya natin dito, liability mo, accounts payable is equal to how much? Kaya accounts payable mo kanina rito? 700. Then, kano naman ang capital mo? A, capital. Ito na siya. Ito na ang ending capital balance, which is 23,500. Ang total nito ay 24,200. So after closing entry, okay, pag na-close na yung book, pag close mo na yung book, okay, mawawala na yung expenses, mawawala itong dalawa. Okay, later on, we will discuss yung separate naman na discussion natin sa closing entries. Apply now the accounting equation. Asset is equal to liability plus capital after closing the books. After closing the books, ibig sabihin, sarado na yung libro. Okay, your asset now is total to 24,200. Your liability is equal to 700,000. And then, plus your total capital of 23,500. Bakit yung capital mo naging 23,500 na? Kasi nagkaroon ka ng profit. At yung ini-increase mo sa capital ay yun yung tinatawag nating profit. Meron kang revenue na 5,000, meron kang expenses na 1,500. The net is 3,500. Dati, ito ay 20,000, nag-increase siya ng 3,500 kasi nagkaroon ka ng profit. Kung titignan mo yung accounting equation, balance pa rin. After closing the book. This is now, okay, the accounting cycle. Considering na wala pa tayong, okay, wala pa tayong mga adjusting entries. So, yun ang pinakaisa sa mga pinakatakutan at madugo daw sabi ng mga estudyante. Pero, mag-discuss tayo later on ng separate for adjusting entries. Based on this discussion, we will now go back to the question a while back. We will now go back. Okay? Debit means increase. Credit means decrease. Answerable by true or false. Actual CPA board examination question. The answer is false. Why? Because it applies only to asset and expense, and of course including withdrawal or drawing. Na pag dinedebit mo lang kasi yung asset at saka expense and withdrawal or drawing, sila lang yung nag-i-increase. Okay? At yung liability at saka capital naman, nag-i-increase naman sila pag kinikredit mo. That's why generally the statement is false. I will repeat. Debit means increase, credit means decrease. True or false? Answer is false. Okay? So tandaan mo na it applies only for asset, expense, and withdrawal. Okay lang? So, this is now, again, the accounting cycle. So, natapos mo na ang accounting equation, debits and credits, the double entry bookkeeping, normal balance of account, and part of the accounting cycle. Sana class, naintindihan mo itong video, at kung nagustuhan mo man itong videos na to, okay, pwede naman na i-share, i-like, and mas maganda na pag i-subscribe mo na para naman ma-update ka palagi sa ating videos na nakakatulong din naman sa iyo. Okay, para mas maintindihan mo ang basic na accounting. Once again, this is Sir Nonong. Maraming salamat.